Maybe that could be the little preview for the video at the beginning. Let's believe people will find hype in anything. Alright, adventure of the day. I can't see a thing in this LCD. I'm trying to figure out how to get there. That's old Beauport Castle. Hold on. Let me do a little fit situation. Anyways, man's rocking the Yeezy Gap. Again on the bottoms, Miharas. I feel like with Yeezy, right? Obviously he's been on the madness lately. You buy stuff from certain eras that you resonate with, you know what I mean? I resonated kind of with the Donda era, because I kind of liked the aesthetic and the vibe that he was going for there, you know what I mean? Whereas right now, with this whole Free Diddy swastika situation, like obviously the swastika was a whole Buddhist symbol, if I'm not mistaken, before, but a certain man with a certain moustache kind of ruined it for everyone. Anyways, let me show you guys the sheep. This Wales. I don't know which part of Wales I'm in right now. I'm about half an hour outside of Cardiff. So, yeah, that's the current situation. But yeah, man, I'm trying to figure out how to get to this castle, and it's 15:42 right now, and apparently it closes at 4 p.m. I don't know if that's like a real thing or if that's just a Google thing. I'm gonna try and keep my eyes on the road as well, because I don't want to look down at you guys and then end up with my car down someone's throat, you know what I mean? Or someone else's car down my throat. Pause. Alright, let's do this. It's another vantage point. I really wanted to record a Candid Talks from in there. Bro, how do I get there? Alright, let's get creative now. I feel like if I just walk down that way, the farmer's gonna shout at me or something, you know what I mean? And I'm outside of Cardiff right now, so they probably don't see people of my complexion around these parts too often. Okay guys, I figured it out. There's a parking spot literally right here that no one on any socials told me about. Anyways, let's do this. Let's step out. Hold on. Oh no, so I just stepped over the thing here, right? Whoa, there's a whole herd of ladies over there. Not ladies, I'm not calling ladies cows, but I'm calling like, because they're female cow. Anyways, let's go, man. I heard that if you play music to cows, they come over and they enjoy it. I might try that out this time. Let me see. What's up, ladies? They're staring at me. Let me stop walking. They're staring hard, bro. Yeah, man, they all just watching, bro. Don't worry, guys. I got a treat for you guys. What's up, guys? That's so sick. Hold on, let me play some music for you guys. What do you guys like? Look at them, man. Look at them. Look how gassed they are to see me. Ah, man, that's so sick. What do you guys think? I think they like cocktail twins, man. Come on. Oh, wow, they don't like it. They walking away. They don't like it. Wait, where you guys going? They don't mess with cocktail twins, man. Oh, they've gone all the way over there. I don't know what their problem is, man. They don't mess with location either. Well, this is that special unreleased. What do you guys think? You guys like it? They don't see the vision, man. Anyways, let's head to the castle. Let's stay on topic here. Main mission. Alright, we made it. Catch my breath, bro. Oh, man. You know you're at a cold spot if there's just bare danger signs around it talking about don't climb on it and it contains hazards and illegible writing. You guys can pause, I'm not reading all that. What's happening? Y'all already know. MTV Cribs. I'm sweating buckets under this thing, bro. Double layered Yeezy hoodie. Crazy. We at the spot. 10 till 4. Yikes. They're telling me that this isn't even a castle, bro. I got clickbaited into coming here. This is a medieval fortress. Home to the influential Bassett family. How many slaves do you reckon they owned? My thing is, I actually don't know if anyone's here right now. I'm gonna pair up the audio with the visual in 3, 2, 1. Okay, cool. Now you should be hearing my voice a lot clearer. I came here thinking to myself, like, maybe I'll have some kind of epiphany or whatever on the way here. Or like I'll see this monument and think, yo, I got a topic to talk about. Turns out that's not the case. I'm just here looking at stone that was built 400 years ago, thinking like, yo, this stone is older than the United States of America. Do you know how mad that is? It's crazy. But yeah, it's a cool spot though. I like it. I actually don't know if anyone else is here, like if someone's hiding and whatever. This would be the sickest spot to have a paintball battle, bro. Maybe I'll record a music video here one day. Maybe this is the music video, I don't know. Maybe the music video is just me walking around chit-chatting with you guys about nothing. Anyways, let me move the cam. It's pretty cool. But I say that about everything. This battery's about to die while I try to figure out a spot. And maybe that can be the topic for this video, actually. Let me go up there first, which is ironic considering what I'm about to talk about right now. Do you know how small people must have been back in the 1600s? Because some of these doorways are so small, and you know, sometimes I think, like, I wonder about what I could have been in a different life. Because I'm 6 foot and half an inch tall. I always say I'm 6'1" because it's easier to say instead of 6 foot and half an inch tall. You know what I mean? Because whenever I say 6 foot and half an inch, people are like, "Right, you're actually clinging onto that half inch, innit?" And it's like, no, bro, I'm 6 foot and half an inch. And that's what what I actually am. But if I say 6 foot, it sounds like I'm 5'11" and lying about my height. And if I say I'm 6 foot and half an inch tall, then that makes me sound insecure. So I just say 6'1" for less headache. The idea I had as I was setting the camera up just then was the whole, you know, you can't wait for things to be perfect all the time. Sometimes you have to, let me take these headphones off. Sometimes you just have to do the thing with no plan. Like what I did today. I came here with no plan. I left everyone back home. I was just like, you know what? I'm going to wake up and I'm going to go to that spot that I saw on TikTok. And there's no shame in that, going to a spot that you saw. You know, these past couple of weeks, months even, I've been thinking about hype and all of that. You know, how people get hyped for stuff. It came as a result of the whole cinnamon roll thing at Tesco. I'll show you guys some of the tweets on the screen, I guess. But basically, to put it simply, this guy that wears braces with these rubber bands on TikTok. If you guys know him, then you know him. He's this black guy. I don't know him well enough to say if he's cool or not. He seems cool. But yeah, you know what I think? This is a tangent slash I'm about to digress, but I'll take a picture of it now. But what I'm noticing here is that even back in the 1600s, it looks like people were having window taxes because this window is all boarded up. Hold on, let me take the picture right now. I'll put it on the screen. Sorry to be adding extra work for you, Ish, but yeah. Yeah. So this guy posted a video about those cinnamon rolls, and he was like, "Yo, these cinnamon rolls are insane. You guys need to go check them. You know, you guys need to do this. You guys need to do that." Huh? A locked door. If someone's in there, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Yeah, I've noticed this thing about those cinnamon rolls. It was like people take things too far. You know what I mean? The cinnamon rolls are sort of reminiscent of my time working in B&M during the lockdown season. Like when there just wasn't any toilet roll, there was no hand sanitizer for months. There were no noodles, no pasta, no nothing. People thought that this lockdown was going to be like, I don't know, a Children of Men type situation. If you haven't seen that movie, I'd recommend. It's a really good movie. But yeah, it was just kind of embarrassing to see as well because it was my kinfolk that were doing most of the hoo-ha with it. And I think it's partly due to people wanting to be a part of some kind of culture or something, some kind of greater picture. You know what I mean? You know, I feel like some people just I feel like this isn't even officially a private spot. Hold on, let me show you guys. One of these doors here, it says private on the door. I bet some random what do you think the chances are of someone just putting private on this door and just living here for free, like squatters' rights? I have to rate it, to be fair. Respectable. But yeah, like literally, some of these things boarded up here. What's it called? Sunlight tax. That's what it used to be. People used to get taxed based on how much sunlight they would get in their house. But then again, this seems like such an affluent kind of manor house that surely the people owning it were rich enough to. I mean, there's no roof, so they can't have been that rich. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let me head down here. Who lives down here, bro? That's when I find out that someone actually lives down here and is the most dangerous person known to man. It's actually kind of sketchy me coming here by myself, to be fair. I probably should have thought twice about that. But yeah, people see these things and they're like, yo, I'm gonna be a part of something big. I'm gonna be a part of a bigger thing. And they just take things too far. Like, I went to Tesco 3-4 weeks in a row and I got embarrassed every single time. Maybe that's just me being self-conscious. I don't know. But like, these cinnamon rolls, they just weren't there. And I asked twice, 2 different times, and they were weeks apart. I was like, tell me, you guys don't happen to have these in stock, do you, by any chance? And I showed them a picture once, and I asked them about the cinnamon rolls the second time by name. And both times, the staff members were like, yeah, the cinnamon rolls, you've been watching TikTok too. Shut up, man. Why are you being so loud, first of all? And second of all, I am capable of making my own decisions, and I'm capable of catching my own vibe. Like, I'd seen the cinnamon rolls so many times, but I just thought it was extortionate to pay that price for them when I could make them at home for cheaper. And best believe I did make them at home for cheaper. I made them at home for cheaper and they were probably better. I haven't tasted them, so I don't know if they were for certain better, but they probably were. All I know is the ones that I have made in the past were amazing. And the people that have eaten them can attest to that. I'm putting so much trust in this balcony thing here by leaning on it. Like, I can see it kind of shaking when I shake on it a little bit, but whatever happens, happens, man. This would be a nice place to pass away. It's sort of like Ryan Gosling in Blade Runner 2049. Falling off, staring at the sky, an overcast sky, trademark Britain. It was really nice weather today. Today's Good Friday. No, not Good Friday, Easter Sunday. He's risen, praise the Lord. Best believe Jesus came out, told the devil, nah, man. You ain't gonna get us that easy. You ain't gonna get us at all. Ain't that the truth? But yeah, I think what this whole cinnamon roll situation teaches me, or tells me, is that the people yearn for community. And they've been struggling to achieve it since COVID became a thing. How do I even get there? The amount of crouching down I'm doing here, I'm gonna end up with scoliosis by the time I leave this spot, man. But maybe it'll be worth it. This is such a beautiful vantage point. I'll bring you guys up here to come and take a look in a minute. Where's the cam? Where's the cam? Where's the cam? Can you guys see me? Oh, hey, there you are. I didn't see you there. But yeah, people yearn for community, man. And they look for it in some of the most unconventional places. And it's kind of embarrassing to see because these people, like, they're embarrassing us as a culture, you know what I mean? Like, you get certain subgroups in London, you know, you get people who have hobbies, you know, the roller skaters, the people that search abandoned places, I guess like what I'm doing right now, go figure. The producers, the artists, all of those types of people. And then you get the hype beasts. And best believe, people will find hype over anything. Maybe that could be the little preview for the video at the beginning. Best believe people will find hype in anything. I wrote this down actually. I have this little reflections note thing in my notes where I just write down all of the, like, I guess what you could call them is high thoughts. Because they're the kind of thoughts that come to you where, you remember those memes where they'd be like, yo, why is it called, maybe it's called the sea because it's in, no, maybe it's called the sand because it's between the sea and the land, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? I think what I've noticed about the hype and like, okay, basically, I was really frustrated about internet culture, just how it affects people. like sort of hive mind kind of thing, because we're all a part of a hive mind, whether we like it or not. We're all affected by something, whether we like it or not. I mean, just look at season 1, episode 1 of Black Mirror. Everyone wants to be a part of something. Everyone wants to be a part of a certain type of culture. Even if you don't want to see the prime minister doing that with a pig, best believe you're going to watch it just to be a part of it, you know? Even if you don't care about 21 Savage being British, best believe you're going to have Twitter open all day just to watch people make jokes about it. Even if you loved the Queen, best believe you're going to be on Twitter all day laughing at the jokes because you want to be a part of it. But with that, with hive mind, comes contrarians, a little subgroup, because what you'll find with hive minds is that a lot of people will want to go against the grain. And I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people that wants that when everyone, you know, the whole when everyone's going left, I want to go right. I want to see what's down this path, you know, my right. This is my right, that's your left. I want to see what's down that way as opposed to that way. Because everyone already knows what's down that way. So why isn't anyone going this way to see what's up? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let me bring you guys up here. That is so dangerous. There's an electrical wire right there as I'm walking past right now. Someone touches that. They're turning to electro, bro. Either electro or they're getting fried. Someone needs to do something about that. That's actually a serious hazard. If anything, that's probably the most serious out of all the hazards here. Where's the camera? Bro, this place is literally like a labyrinth. I can't even... What the hell? What the hell? What the heliante? Okay, now this is crazy. Where's the camera? Okay, now I'm kind of spooked. Oh, never mind. Found you. What's up? Let me repeat that over here. Let me aura farm a little bit. Let me aura farm. I just came here to aura farm, bro. But yeah, I was expecting to just be chatting rubbish my entire time here. I'm not gonna lie. And I've actually had the topic. I've come up with a topic. But yeah, if someone lives here, bro, honestly, this would be such a sick place to live. Like, to modernize it kind of, but also keep the old remnants. Like, yeah, it would be cold. And I'm not talking about like it would be cool. Like, no, it would literally be freezing here in the winter time. But hey, man, that's why I need to get my bread up so I can get one of the most sophisticated heating systems in the world just to live in this sick spot. Even weddings, bro. Weddings would be so sick here. Oh, man. But yeah, when I was thinking, like when I was doing one of my thinking sessions and writing down all of the notes for this and my reflections thing, I was like, I noticed 3 main things that will have an effect on pop culture or just the general population to follow the idea. And those 3 things that most of the things fall into are whether the person leading it is already popular and they have a reputation, or the person leading it has charisma and is loud enough that people think that other people will follow them. Like they make the population think that the rest of the population is already following them. You know what I mean? Because best believe, people are sheep. People want to be a part of that hive mind. Or the thing is already being followed by many. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. But yeah, let me set my phone up somewhere so I can take some pics. Hold on. But yeah, another thing, I think the average person tends to follow what they were raised to follow. You know, the whole nature nurture thing? They tend to follow what they were raised by or what they see as giving them that sense of community. I mean, obviously, I'm not a Bible basher, but if the shoe fits, Genesis 2, verse 18, I didn't get that off the top of my head. I'm not going to pretend to know the Bible off the top of my head. The Lord said, it is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him. And I think that even goes beyond the female role in marriage or whatever. I think it even, like, the first half of that, it's not good for man to be alone. Yet we want to put people in solitary confinement for years on end. Maybe some of them deserve it. I don't know. It depends on your idea of morality and all of that kind of thing. But I don't know, man. If one of the oldest books says that it's not good for man to be alone, and psychological studies show that when man is alone for an extended period of time, they tend to literally go insane, then it's probably not a good idea if you ask me. That's all I'm saying. But hey, I'm just a guy with 9 subscribers on the channel where he just chats rubbish candidly. Talks candidly. Candid talks. Subscribe. Okay, this is another thing I wrote down. Is me disliking the fact that they clocked me getting the idea from TikTok? Is that like me wanting to be a contrarian? Is that me really being hell-bent on being a contrarian? Like, bro, stop thinking that I'm a part of this hive mind. I have my own mind. You know, people always talk about, oh, I've got my own personality. I'm myself, but they're not themselves. Everyone dresses the same. Everyone looks the same. Everyone listens to the same music. Like, it's always like literally, you go to Cardiff on a night out, 9 times out of 10, those girls are wearing skinny jeans, skinny blue jeans with a white tank top in some way, shape, or form. Maybe I'm exaggerating. And to be fair, I don't really go on nights out in Cardiff. So maybe I'm outdated. But my point still stands. They probably do look the same. You know what I'm saying? This is random. This was also in this one. I feel like the fact that most people are uncomfortable talking about getting old boils down to them being uncomfortable with their own morality. Maybe I'll do another Candid Talks to talk about that. I don't know. It would be so sinister for me to look up at one of those windows and just see a pair of eyes looking back at me. Do you understand how quickly I would get out of here if I was to see that? I would be so shaken. I think that's me done, honestly. I'll do an outro. Oh snap, what's up? It's ISH plus 6. Except closer than before. You know what I'm saying? Let me do a quick pan, because I really like how this area looks. It's really nice. But yeah, right now, the current thing that I've noticed being viral is the cinnamon rolls. No, wait, sorry, I've just spent the past half hour talking about those cinnamon rolls. What I meant to say was, there's like a little thing out there, outhouse kind of thing. I feel like that's on private property though, I'm not gonna go there. But yeah, look at the cows. Let me head over there. If I fall down, I'm dead, bro. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching if you made it this far. Obviously, if you would like to subscribe, then please do. Even if you wouldn't like to subscribe, please do. Obviously, we do everything with consent over here, so, you know. And I will forever appreciate you because you will be a part of the journey. Even if you don't subscribe, I appreciate you because you're a part of the journey that got me to this point in my life, you know. I'm probably going to carry on making content either way. Like and comment if you'd like to like and comment. Dislike even. If you disliked what I had to say, then please tell me why you disliked it. You know, there's nothing more ominous than a dislike on a video. There are few things more ominous than that. Because when someone dislikes a video, it's like, they don't tell you why they disliked it. Sometimes it's obvious, but sometimes not. Like, I really pissed you off that much to the point where you hit a thumbs down. Like, you gave someone a thumbs down. Do you understand how crazy that is? Like, this is an uncomfortable position to put your thumb in. I pissed you off that bad that you put your hand in an uncomfortable position to tell me how much you disliked what I said. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. But yeah. Please tell me if you disliked the video, why you disliked the video. If you disagreed with something I had to say, then please tell me. Because I'd like to know. I'd like to know. I think I'll end it off here. Thank you so much, all of you. All the people listening, all the people watching. I appreciate all of you. I really don't know what I'm going to do with this channel. I have an idea. Just give me time. All right, peace. And you know what, like, one of the things that I think about a lot when it comes to Candid Talks is like, I think to myself like, yo, I really could have said more about this or I could have said more about that. But then again, I think like, That's part of the nature of candid talks. Like, it's what was going through my mind in that moment, you know? And I need to, one of the things that I need to do better is, look at the horses, man. Nigga, horses don't stop, they keep going. Better lose your life and gonna keep going. Why not this life we gonna